Mindset Monday coaching call. Okay. So today I said, why do we struggle to stay on track? Really a good topic to discuss. We may have discussed this before in the past, but it's been brought back to our attention. Good morning. Good morning. It has been brought back to our attention because of some posts, some really raw and vulnerable posts that people have made. And the discussion was like, me too. I struggle. I haven't been completely honest. This is what I've been doing. And so that's why I want to talk about this. It's just about something that many of us face. You're not alone. We all face the same type of issues. It's the frustration of really wanting to stay on track with your health and fitness. You have all the best intentions, but that feeling like you just keep falling short. And many of us encounter significant challenges, especially during the holiday season. With all the gatherings and the work parties, and not only that, and the friends and family get-togethers, it's the hustle and bustle of the season. There's so many things to get ready. And first of all, I want to say, let's just take a break and just remember what the season's about, and truly trying to spend time with family, enjoy the reason for the season, those types of things. We can get overwhelmed and bogged down with buying gifts and thinking about meals and creating meals and all of those things. And we have to remember that we just need to take time and remember what's really important, right? And that can be difficult to do. But there are psychological barriers behind this struggle. Okay, so I want you guys to understand the psychological barrier behind the struggle. And it often stems from how our minds approach behavioral change and reward systems. And it's really a cycle that can be very, very discouraging, as many of you probably have felt. And it's important to understand why that happens and then what can we do to overcome it. And it's not just a you problem. Okay, I want you to understand it's not just a you problem. This does occur. It's known in the psychology world as well. And some of the advice and the tips and the reasons I'm going to share with you actually come directly from those resources, Psychology Today and different things. I did some research on it so that you don't feel that you're a failure, because you're not. This is a typical mindset barrier thing that occurs and happens. And so we want to understand, why does it happen? And there's quite a few things, but I'm going to go over with number one is a present bias. So what that means is that our brains just naturally prioritize immediate comfort and gratification. Okay, so that's like skipping a workout because you want to rest, over the future benefits of better health and fitness. So that bias often leads to either procrastination or inconsistent efforts, because you're more naturally want to go to comfort. If you were in pain, you don't want to be in pain, because if you're going to strength train, your body just wants to not even have to go through that. Or you don't want to suffer the temptation of not eating that and feeling deprived, versus just your body naturally is going to want to just go ahead and do it. It's naturally gravitates to comfort and gratification. So know that is a psychological thing that does happen. Number two, another reason is that habits are hard to break. So our brains are wired to stick to familiar patterns, even those patterns that aren't really serving you. So it takes a lot of time. So that's why I don't want you to beat yourself up. I don't care if you're doing it for weeks, months, even years. Some of these habits, and depending on how old you are, you've developed these habits and created them and have done them for a very long period of time. And that is hard to break. So it's going to take time. So be patient, the magic word, patience, time, and it's going to take consistent effort to build these new, healthier habits. And you might all know that, and you're like, I'm trying, and I've been doing this for so long, and it still happens. Yes, it does. Okay. It psychologically does, but we're going to get in some tips to how to help you that. I just don't want you to keep beating yourself up about it. Another one is, many people have that all or none, a perfectionist mindset, and that can get in the way. Perfectionism really, truly gets in the way. So often we feel like if we can't follow our plan perfectly, it's not worth doing it at all. How many of you felt like that? How many have said that to you? If I can't do the full workout today, I am not going to do the workout. so you don't. That mindset is going to cause you to give up entirely when things just don't go expected. And what have we taught you? Well, we'll get to the tips of that, but I'll break it up right here. If you don't have 30 minutes, do 10 minutes. If you don't have 30 minutes to do a full 30-minute workout, find a 5-minute workout or a 10-minute workout so that you feel that you completed something. Sometimes people have a hard time choosing a 30-minute workout and say, even though we tell you it's okay just to do part of it, sometimes mentally people have a hard time with that because they didn't finish it. They didn't complete it. They don't feel that they did enough, that it wasn't good enough. If that is you and you can't stop a workout one round through or whatever because of time and come back later, then go choose a different workout, 5-minute, 10-minute, something, or set it in your intentions in your mind before you start the workout that you're only going to do 10 minutes. So I kind of jumped into tips right in that moment because there's just a teaching moment right there. And then the fourth thing that why we tend to do this, struggle with different things, is emotional and mental fatigue. And that's occurring right now in this season because we're busy, we're running around, we're tired, we're stressed. Life is demanding, whether it's holiday season or not holiday season. And when your mental energy is depleted, it's truly harder to make choices that are going to align with your goals. And this isn't about, excuse me, lack of willpower. It's just simply how your brain works. Okay. And the next one is negative emotional stress, emotional states like stress, anxiety, like I've talked briefly, or even mild disappointment can make us seek immediate mood improvements. What are mood improvements? What are some quick mood improvements? Comfort eating, skipping a workout. Remember, the mind gravitates towards comfort versus pain. So you're going to go to the easiest resistance, right? So you might just go eat something that's going to make you feel good at that moment. What this does is this creates a cycle of avoiding effortful tasks or avoiding things that you need to get done. And then that can become a habit. So we have to break that. And then a future disconnect, future self-disconnect. And what do I mean by that? Many of us fail to emotionally connect to the future version of yourself. We've talked about this before, like who the future self of who's going to benefit from the work that you put in today. Like today's hard work is going to create this new version of yourself. And many of us can't see that new version of ourselves. You feel you're getting nowhere. You feel you're just going through the mundane and you're doing, you're struggling, and you're not seeing the immediate results you want to see, or you're not seeing your future self. Okay. And that detachment is going to reduce that motivation to act right now and to do it, to work out. Like I'm not seeing any change anyway. I'm never going to be that. I can't imagine myself there. That is that future self disconnect. So I'm not motivated to act right now. I don't want to make healthy choices. I don't want to go work out. So that sounds all daunting, but the reason I wanted to go through all those things is because I want you to understand that that's the psychology of it. That's the mindset of it. That's why we break that in these calls. I want you to know you're not alone, that it's not just a you problem, that this is a well-known in the psychology world. And what do we do about it? Like, how can we move forward from this? And the first thing is going to be start small. Focus on one small thing, one achievable action instead of trying to change everything all at once. That's super hard to do, especially in all or none people. Instead of committing to, like I said, that full workout, you commit to just the 5 minutes of movement or whatever you want to do that day, or you're going to drink. Just I can only focus and mentally handle drinking water today. I'm not going to worry about anything else. I'm so stressed out, but I'm going to at least do one healthy thing. And sometimes that's struggling to do that as well. And it's okay. Okay, it's okay. The focus on number 2 is going to be focus on progress, not perfection. How many times do we say that? We keep saying it to you for a reason, to get it in. When you recognize that doing something, even if it's not perfect, is always better than doing nothing, then every small action adds up over time. Again, hard to see if you have that disconnect to the future self, that's hard to understand. But just making small little changes over time. If you were a huge, let's say, soda drinker, right? So you're a huge soda drinker and you drink like regular Pepsi, 5 Pepsis a day for every day of the week. And you cut that down to 3. You made one small little choice. I'm not going to give it up completely, but I'm going to cut it down to 2 a day. That's a huge change. And that is going to make progress. You're going to see weight loss from that. You're going to see health benefits from that. You're going to have more energy from that. Trust me, it happens. Just a small little change. And then really take time. Number 3 is take time to reconnect with your why. Okay, so why are you pursuing these goals? I'm just reminding you, we go through this all the time. Look back at your goals, whether it's to feel stronger, whether it was to have more energy, whether it was to move around with your kids or your grandkids, your mental well-being, whether it's a wedding or an event, whatever is coming up, keeping that why in front of you, focusing on that why is going to give you that motivation. Okay, and this also includes, again, learning to reconnect with your future self, visualize the benefits of your efforts today and sticking with these goals and what that's going to give you. Take some piece of clothing that you want to wear and keep that in front of you and keep visualizing yourself in that outfit. All right, in the future, the stronger version of you, start to see some shoulders. Summertime, I love winter because you can wear sweatshirts, you can cover up because it's cold out. Nobody sees what you're cooking up in there. Nobody sees all the work you're putting in. And then come spring and summer, we get to wear tank tops. We get to reveal all the work that we've been doing over the months of winter. And actually, studies have shown that connecting with that future of yourself can really help bridge that motivation gap. So when you don't feel motivated, when you start thinking about that, it can help you get re-engaged and remotivated. And 4 is going to be plan for the setbacks. Okay, you have to understand there's going to be hard days. And sometimes there's going to be maybe a full week that's hard. Okay, and instead of feeling defeated when that happens and comes, have a plan for what your minimal effort looks like. I think I put in the post, if you're staying consistent with the things, and then somebody respond, I can't even stay consistent with the things. Have your plan ready for you, because what are the things? I didn't specifically say what they were. It's what's your minimal effort look like to you? Is it just stretching? Is it a short walk? Is it just choosing a healthier snack for that day? Is it just, I'm going to drink water today and nothing else? You choose what your minimal effort is going to be when you don't feel like doing anything. Okay. Just have it planned. Because when you fail to plan, then plan to fail. It's that same thing. Learning to do that over time, you're going to get so good at it that every time you feel like not doing anything, you're going to have something that you can do that's a little bit healthier, and it's going to help you stay on your path. And then lastly, it's going to be just, stay positive. You got to celebrate the small wins. Each positive choice that you make is a step in the right direction, and acknowledge those and celebrate them and give yourself credit for the effort that you're making. And I want you to even give credit for doing a vulnerable post, posting about it, exposing it. When you confess to a group or confess the accountability of what you're struggling with, it frees you from it. They always say the secret is more damning than the truth. Holding a secret in or secretly doing something doesn't help anybody, and it's not going to help you get out of it. But when you tell somebody, I'm struggling with this, I've been struggling with this, they're like, yeah, me too. And that's what happened when somebody did a post. If you didn't read the post, go look at the post and empower her. It's like, I'm struggling, and almost everybody could relate in some way, shape, or form. So you're not alone. And sharing is the accountability and the empowerment that you need. And then everybody picks everybody up. And then we work on, okay, we're all in it together. What are we going to do? Right? So today, this week, whatever it is, wherever you are in your journey, I want you to pick one small little action that you can commit to right now. Make sure you either revisit your why or write it down, put it in your phone, put it on a sticky note, put it several places. In our small group coaching affirmation, put it on a sticky note, put it in front of your fridge, put it in your car, put it on your phone, put it wherever you need to see it, because you're worth it, right? You're worth it. And we need to visually see things to constantly remind ourselves who we are. And then reflect on what's worked for you in the past and how you can incorporate that into your plan moving forward. And then also find your minimal effort item. What is your minimal effort that you're going to do when you get stuck? You get in a funk, you get overwhelmed. You get down, you get depressed, you're overwhelmed, you're overbusy, you're holidays, whatever is going on. Find your minimal effort thing that you're going to do. So you're planning for it. If this occurs, I'm going to at least do this. And finally, ladies, just remember that staying on track is always about doing your best, doing the best that you can. It is not ever about failing, right? Or falling. I prefer to say it's not about falling because it's about how you get back up, right? It's not how many times you fall, but how many times you get up. That builds resilience in you. Each day is, like I always say, is a new opportunity to make better choices that are going to bring you closer to your goals, because you're capable and you don't have to do it perfectly to make progress. I want you to remember that. Don't have to do it perfectly to make progress. Remember that. That is our Mindset Monday call. Go back, rewatch it. Go do the things, pick the small action, write down your why, keep it visible, affirmations, write them down, find your minimal effort thing you're going to do, plan for it, plan for a stressful day, plan for that day of being down comes. It comes for all of us at some point in time. So you're prepared for it and you're going to do. And when you fall, you get right back up. There's no failing in this journey. It's just opportunity to get up, become resilient, and keep growing. All right. Thank you for joining me, you guys. Have a blessed week, and we will see you next week on the Mindset Monday calls, and we'll see you in the group. All right. Have a blessed week.